पुरा पक्रिने रहेछ
के भएछ कहाँको भन्दा के भन्नु किन छैन मेरो पनि हजुर माथि जाउँ
of the temple committee for the very warm welcome afforded to us, and also for receiving sacred blessings from Lord Krishna's temple. I'm the secretary of SAARC. I come from Sri Lanka, and one thing that I want to share with you, you asked for my experience about my life in Nepal.
Yes, sir.
I'll come to this part of the world, this part of the country later, but it's a beautiful synthesis of how religions are respected.
Yeah.
I come from a predominantly Buddhist country, I'm a Buddhist, but this is a predominantly Hindu country. There's no issue in religion. The peaceful coexistence and the harmony of Buddhism and Hinduism is a very good example for the rest of the world. There's so much of conflict due to religion, mistrust, suspicion between communities, between people. But Nepal is a fine example for the rest of the world, and this message has to be portrayed how two great religions live in perfect harmony. So that's one message I want to give as an example to the rest of the world. And what a beautiful country you have. It's a mountainous Himalayan country, and why I particularly wanted to come to eastern Nepal is coming from Sri Lanka. We are also very good at marketing tea and producing tea and exporting tea. So I think Elam is the tea capital of Nepal. That's what brings us here. Because sadly, we have been here for 3 years in Nepal, but we lost 2 years during the COVID situation. There were travel restrictions, there were lockdowns, but thankfully we are coming out of it. So I have to once again express my deep gratitude to you all also, and particularly when you said that you were the national president, and for the tremendous work that you and your fellow team have done during the COVID crisis in helping to alleviate suffering and attending to the needs of the people who were suffering from COVID and their relatives. So it's a great pleasure and honor to be here. I wish you and your colleagues all the very best in the good activities that you are doing, and also the hospital project. I wish all success to the project, and very soon in the course of this year the hospital also will be open, so you can continue your seva to the greater good and for the community of this part.
Thank you very much.
Good luck and
You express your own words. Thank you very much. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. We are very, very pleased to see you here. Thank you. No, ma'am.
Sir, this question. This is the residential rooms for the guests. All the there's bathroom and everything facility there.
यो अकस्मात एउटा तय भएको प्रोग्राम हो। जसरी हाम्रो सात कन्ट्रीको महासचिव यहाँ हाम्रो यस मन्दिरमा अवलोकन, धार्मिक अवलोकनको क्रममा, नेपालको पूर्वी क्षेत्रको अवलोकनको क्रममा आउने क्रममा हामी जुन यहाँको हाम्रो संस्थाका विषयहरू, हामीले गरेका सेवाका कार्यहरू, यी सबै कुरा उहाँहरूलाई अवगत गराउन पाउँदा हामीलाई एउटा गर्वको महसुस भएको छ। र उहाँहरू अहिले हाम्रो संस्थाले गरेका सबै गतिविधिहरूको बारेमा उहाँहरूलाई जानकारी गरायौँ। र अब तुरुन्तै हामी इटहरी उपमहानगरपालिका तथा रामधुनी नगरपालिकाका मेयर साहबहरूसँग सुनसरीका यो पर्यटकीय क्षेत्रहरूको विषयमा के गर्न सकिन्छ सार्कको माध्यमबाट केही योगदान पुर्याउन सकिन्छ भने त्यो विषयमा उहाँहरूसँग एउटा इन्टरेक्सन कार्यक्रम नगरपालिका र उहाँको बिचमा अन्तर्क्रिया कार्यक्रम हामी केही समय यहाँ मिटिङहरू राख्दैछौँ। त्यस पछाडि उहाँहरूको इलामसम्मको प्रोग्राम छ र सुनसरीका धार्मिक पर्यटकीय स्थलहरूको एउटा अवलोकन गर्ने खालको कार्यक्रम पनि छ। यो अफरजट भएको कार्यक्रमहरूले भएकोले गर्दा हामीलाई एउटा गौरवको महसुस भएको छ। मुक्तिधाम जुन एउटा इटरीको एउटा गौरवको क्षेत्र रहेको छ त्यसलाई अझै आगामी दिनमा अगाडि बढाउन हामीलाई केही हौसला प्रदान भएको छ।
So anybody else who wants? No, this is real state of the art. No, it's beautiful.
This is provided by our society.
Our mayors wants some interaction with you, and you also some express about something what they want. Please, if something to say about our this behalf.
रामधुनी नगरपालिकाका मेयरप्रति हार्दिक यस मुक्तिधाममा यहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दै हामी एउटा सानो महासचिवज्यूको धार्मिक यात्राको क्रममा आज सुनसरी नगरपालिका सुनसरी जिल्ला र इटरी उमा नगरपालिका रामधुनी नगरपालिका इन्द्रवा नगरपालिका धरान नगरपालिका महानगरपालिका लगायत सम्पूर्ण हाम्रो सुनसरी क्षेत्रमा केन्द्रित रहेर एउटा अन्तर्क्रिया कार्यक्रमको यहाँ आयोजना गरिएको भन्ने मैले बुझ्न पाएको छ। यसै विषयमा रहेर हाम्रो अन्तर्क्रिया कार्यक्रमलाई अगाडि बढाउँदै मैले मुक्तिधाममा पुनः एकपल्ट यहाँहरूलाई सम्पूर्णलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दै मेरा भनाइलाई यहाँ अन्त गर्दछु। प्रणाम।
Thank you very much, Mr. N. Kemiji. Same thing, our mayors, Sachivalai from Sri Lanka. This is very pleased to
our Secretary General of SAC. Madam, distinguished guests and mayors and officials, others of neighboring municipalities. His Excellency has given a keen interest to the development of religious tourism of interest of metropolitan city and neighboring municipalities and provide your valuable time for about said proposal. So, on behalf of interest of metropolitan city, neighboring municipalities and I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to you. Now I request to I request you all to participate in the discussion in the unofficial interaction. Now the floor is open. Let's start the interaction. Thank you.
पर्यटन क्षेत्रहरू धेरै राम्रा ठाउँ छन्। ती धाम आइपुग्ने र फेरि के अरे हाम्रो के रामधुनी पुग्ने यसरी यो धार्मिक सर्किट चाहिँ के अरे लगायतको एउटा राम्रो योजना बनेको भए बन्दा राम्रो होला एकदम भन्ने जस्तो चाहिँ तीनटा नगरपालिकाको चाहिँ सबभन्दा ठुलो कार्य होला भन्ने चाहिँ आशावादी हुँदै यो छलफलमा चाहिँ आइपुगेको छु र यो छलफल राम्रो फलदायी होस् भन्ने चाहिँ शुभकामना दिन चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Municipalities, he wants to share everything, the tourism points and the religious the temple points. He wants to see the other things which is valuable things in Nepal, especially this the eastern part of the Nepal. There is a lots of valued temples and the tourism places. He wants, if you have a time, to visit all the place and get something special from Nepal. So thank you for your expression. हजुरहरु कसैलाई केही विचार राख्नु छ केही भन्नु छ भने राखौं, otherwise our guest he is very tired. Please sir.
Interior areas there is no religious tourist spot. This is the major and big religious tourist spot. But we have a natural type of tourist destination that is called Taltalai. Taltalai, you understand, Tal means it's a pond. It is nearly 5 kilometers away from here. That is on the edge of the forest. We call that Charkose forest. On the edge of the southern side. There are about 10 ponds are there. They are the spring water. And here is one river, we call it Tengra River. That is the origin of that pond. And that is the topography of land is very beautiful. This is a small mountain, very small, not a big mountain. And this municipality has given a high priority to attract the tourist, not the domestic tourists, the nearby, the Indian, Bengal, from Bihar. So not only 3 tiers of governments, the local government, the provincial government and federal government, and we have invested some amount there. And we have prepared the master plan. The master plan is being prepared by the Nepal government itself. The Nepal government has also, I already told you that, has given more emphasis on that project. And the investment board of Nepal, Office of Investment of Nepal, that is government-owned body, and the meeting is chaired by the Prime Minister itself. So that office is just that about preparing the master plan. That preliminary report has already come there. And the municipality, I already told there, the 3 tiers of government has invested. And we have thought, we thought that there should be a touristic attraction, but that has been made a picnic spot now. So we want to change that tendency. So we have prepared, it is in the initial phase. The cost of the project is huge amount, that is in a huge amount. It is nearly 10 billion, 24.3 million Nepalese rupees. And municipality cannot afford that much of money, and we are searching for the development partner. So we are preparing that master plan. Thank you, Master.
In tourism places, we are here, our Nepal, Buddhism and Hinduism. It is very, very close. That is the one example for the world. The peace and satisfaction, because they belongs from the Buddhism. Buddha was born in Nepal. That is, everybody knows. Buddha gave the message to people, so that people are getting happy and peace. So again, we are very, very thankful to you here. So our 2 mayors and engineers expressed their own things, and Nepal wants to be in the world, Nepal wants to be the peace country, to give the happy and peace for the whole world, right? So we are again welcome you, and we have a very long time to spend here also. Please, sir, ma'am, if you want to say something, but I want to know your expression, because then I will request to sir to say something. Please, ma'am.
Distinguished guests gathered here today. I think my husband and I are deeply privileged to be here today, because we've been here 3 years, but we haven't had the grand opportunity of visiting the east of Nepal. And I must say, even driving from Kathmandu to the east, or to Itahari, the views were just, amazing. The mustard fields and just the natural beauty. I think you're in a very blessed country. You're very fortunate. And we are indeed fortunate to be here today. And I must say, the temple itself, the resplendent beauty of the temple, we are very fortunate that we were able to see and to have the President explain to us the whole philosophy of the faith. Thank you for being such gracious hosts. We are really happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Immediate past Mayor from Ramdhani.
यो विभूति हो जो कि तपाईको के अरे सत्ययुग
Okay.
देखिको आगो चाहिँ कहिले ननिभिने आगोको के अरे यो रामधुनीको मन्दिर.
Okay, that is the from Ramdhuni. That is since the universe, even Nepal, we believe in Nepal started. That time the fire is continue on. That's Vibhuti. That means that's the powder of Dhoni that he wants to present you, sir.
उही मन्दिरमै लाइएको सेतो चित्ते.
Okay, you put it on your thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you very much. So finally, okay, there is some documents. That's a DPR project for all this project of this temple and all the social project that including that DPR and some documents is there. Please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Chairman, Honorable Mayor of Itahori, and for the prayers that we received. Thank you for the tokens of love and the love and affection afforded to us. I'm the Secretary of SAC. I come from Sri Lanka. Some words in my native language, Sinhala, and Nepali I understand.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand Nepali fully, but some words, so I know the genuine warmth and affection which Mr. Chairman spoke. So thank you very much for that. I mentioned this early on in the evening also. One example that Nepal offers for the rest of the world is how two religions, I come from Sri Lanka, I'm a Buddhist, but Nepal being a predominantly Hindu country, I don't feel the stranger here. I feel very much at home because these two great religions, Hinduism and Buddhism, the peaceful coexistence, it is an example for the rest of the world, and I think we should promote this message as not part of tourism, but a message of peace, love, compassion, loving kindness, and how Buddhism and Hinduism so peacefully coexist in this country, whereas in some other countries there's so much of mistrust, conflict, and even wars are waged because of religion. And the first image that one sees when you come to the Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu, you come to a predominantly Hindu country, you see a statue of Lord Buddha and says Nepal birthplace of the Buddha, and it's amazing. Yeah. It's really amazing. The Honorable Mayor spoke of promoting tourism. That is part of SAARC also. I don't want to go into the genesis of SAARC, but SAARC is to alleviate poverty in the world and improve the levels of living of the people of the member states of SAARC. So Nepal also has a particular responsibility now for SAARC. Nepal is host of SAARC and also chair of SAARC.
Yeah.
You know, so I totally take on board what the Honorable Mayor and Mr. Engineer said about promoting tourism, because we talk of people-to-people contact. So I will now become an ambassador for Itahori, and I will pass the message, and my wife also, because this is such a beautiful country, and this part of eastern Nepal is also extraordinarily beautiful. Some couple of points on tourism. Of course, I come from Sri Lanka, so I must promote Sri Lanka also. Sri Lanka, we have the Ramayana trail. So, I mean, for Hindus, the Ramayana trail also is quite interesting. So, I propose that people-to-people contact means Nepali should go to Sri Lanka, and Sri Lankans should come to Nepal as part of, you can call it religious tourism, you can call it cultural tourism. And another added feature is Sri Lankan Airlines is now flying 5 times a week from Kathmandu to Colombo. Earlier there was no air connectivity, but when there is connectivity, it's much easier to have people-to-people contact and to get people to travel. But I will certainly be your ambassador for Itahori. I will tell all my colleagues, the diplomatic colleagues in Kathmandu, that they also should come to visit this beautiful city, this beautiful part of the world. And another aspect is, I come from an island, you know, and you have mountains. So it's again another aspect that we can promote. You know, not only the cultural and the religious tourism, but even the topography of the two countries. Because I'm sure Nepalis would like to go to Sri Lanka to enjoy the sea and the sand and also the other cultural attributes also. And Sri Lankans would want to come here to explore the glorious Himalayan mountains and Everest. And you know, it's a different topography for the two peoples. So I don't want to take too much of your time. The evening also is getting on. But once again, thank you very much for the warmth and the love and affection that you have bestowed on us. And I look forward to keeping in touch with all of you and wish each and every one of you every success in your chosen careers and professions. Good luck.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
हामी सिधै पादुकामा जाउँला अनि नभएदेखि हामी पूजा भारत क्षेत्रमा गरौँ विष्णु पादुका दर्शन गर्न हामी अगाडि